people don't realize. 1,000,000 seconds is how many days, would you guess? 1,000,000 seconds.
I've done this before and I always forget it.
Do you know?
1,000,000
guess?
seconds.
1,000,000 seconds.
30 days.
That's a great guess. Okay.
Is it?
It's 11 days. That's good.
Oh.
Most people are fucking way off. So it's 11 days.
Just take a chance.
Yeah, that's good. 1,000,000 seconds is 11 days. How many days is 1,000,000,000 seconds?
How many?
31 years.
Jesus.
11 days to 31 fucking years.
Jesus.
Look at that. So when
a trillion seconds is 31,000 years.
When someone tries to fucking say like they understand what a billion is, you're like, you have no fucking idea what a billion is. A billion is so beyond far away.
Now, as far as it's been explained to me, and I've never researched this at all, so I wonder if you could find this out. Someone said to me that when you look at the richest men in the world, like they look at like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and all those
George Soros, all those
billionaire
dudes.
characters, that they're not really the richest men in the world. That the real richest men in the world are these Saudi guys.
Yep.
And a lot of these oil guys, but they're monarchs, and they don't have to disclose their wealth.
They never do. Yeah.
It's not like they're the CEO of a corporation.
No.
They're head of a royal family.
They owe no government any indication of what their earnings are.
So this dude who knows one of those cats was telling me that he's probably a trillionaire.
Fuck me.
And I was like, what? I go, that's real? And he goes, yeah. I go, I didn't know there was trillionaires. He goes, it's very likely this guy might have access to $1 trillion.
Because the only thing that we know is our famous billionaires.
Yeah.
We're infatuated with our billionaires that we kind of have as these social icons, you know, like the Zuckerbergs and these guys that are like, they did something that we can recognize. These Saudi families that have had that money have had that money for a fucking long time. It's not new money.
No,
this is old. They had hundreds of millions 50 years ago.
Right.
So now it's only accumulated into billions of, I mean, they own, well, that guy, the Chinese billionaire, that what was his name? He just bought the Basquiat.
Oh, we had it. It's Japanese.
Japanese
Yeah,
for $100 million.
We're talking about that. Which show was that? It was Bill Burr. Yeah, dude, 110, I think it was.
I mean,
and he owns another one that he got for like 57.
But that 57's nothing to him. That's like, it's a flick.
Guy's insane. Who's this cat? We're at
1.4 trillion fucking dollars.
Oh my God.
See?
Oh my God. The royal family is worth a staggering 1.4 trillion. Solomon bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, pictured, is the current king. Dude, that's balling on a whole new level, son.
That's just new shit.
1.4 trillion. Oh my God. Who is this guy? The Rothschild
the Rothschilds,
families.
yeah, for sure.
There's probably a bunch of those little scoundrels running around taking a piece of that pie. But so $1 billion is 1,000 million.
Yep, 1,000
to
million.
700 trillion. The Rothschilds estimated between 1 billion and 700 trillion. Hey, how about you do a better job? I could do as good a job of estimating as that.
No shit, that's
what
so
number?
far.
Probably a gazillion.
It's like when you ask a kid how much a car is, and they're like, $8? And you're like, yeah, it's like $8. That's how much cars are. $8.
$100?
Yes, exactly.
Well, it is a Mercedes, son. How the fuck could they have such terrible like gap in their guesstimate?
Well, that's got to be that. See, those kind of old families that have been around for that long, you know that they hide money.
Yeah,
they don't like when they say X amount of dollars, it's because that's what they've been told through so many sources. I used to know that, you know, this guy George Soros. Do you know who that is? The guy who broke the Bank of Manhattan.
The name, because everyone brings it up when they talk about like anyone on the right side. Like Alex Jones has said that George Soros is making the marijuana stronger. He's doing it for mind control. I take it once a year. I smoke marijuana to test the efficiency. But
I like how he's the gauge. I'm going to do it for America.
Yeah,
I will smoke.
He says he smokes it once a year. He said that during his custody trial.
That's it. Once. That's it.
Just once a year to test.
He has one day.
Its potency. That's George Soros.
George Soros.
So he's 86.
I partied with his kid one time. $25.2
billion.
I partied with his kid one time at one of these Hollywood things, and I've never seen someone so. And I'm not gonna say anything negative about him. And I just never seen that kind of money firsthand. I've never known a billionaire. I've never been friends with a billionaire. And this kid was so lucid. It was almost as if he's not living now at all. He's just kind of it's just float. He's so floating. It's like whatever happens, happens. I said, where are you staying while you're here? He's like, with these guys, I guess. I was like, do you have suitcases and shit? You're in town from New York? Like, are you not? He's like, no, I just fucking, I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. I guess bounce around a little bit. So it's just like there's no groundedness. When you're that rich, it's almost like, I don't know, I can do anything all the time forever. There's no source of repetitiveness.
Strife. Yeah. I don't think it's a good thing for kids.
It's so bad.
It doesn't seem to work out. I mean, I would think the only way you would get a kid through that is you got to take him to sports or something. You got to get him involved in some adversity.
He's got to lose at something.
Yeah, a lot.
If you lose at shit, you start to understand how human you are when you're like, oh my God, there's so many people better than me at so many fucking things.
Oh yeah, dude.
Because when you're given everything, you never lose. You never heard no. There's no negative in your life. It's just kind of like, how do you get any sense of fucking, you know, any normalcy or anything grounded in your hands when you're like,
yeah, we need feedback.
Yeah, you need to know that that's not good and that's okay and that's terrible and that's good. You need to know where you land on the spectrum of in the social world. That's why so many rich kids are socially so fucking awkward. Because they never had to, they never got beat up at school. They never got made fun of. It was all fucking flat.
Flat.
It's all flat.
Yeah. You can't have all flat. You don't want to have too many crazy dips. You know?
Yeah, because then you're fucking...
But you definitely don't want flat. Like, the worst drive ever is not the longest drive. The worst drive ever is like when you're driving in those roads that people always stop to take album cover pictures in.
Yeah.
Where you just see just flat and nothing there forever. Yeah. There's nothing, just flat. Like if you go the same distance but you're driving on like the Pacific Coast Highway and you're headed up to San Francisco, it's fucking beautiful.
Beautiful, man.
You barely recognize you. First of all, you're like, the cliff's right there. The fucking cliff's right there.
What if I just fucking...
You could just do that, and people do that for sure. They just go off that cliff, and you just want to make sure the guy on the other side is not thinking, I'm just going to head on this guy, and we're both going to go off this cliff.
Do this shit together.
Let's do this shit. I'm going to drag somebody with me. Fuck him. Ah! The last moments of your life flying off a cliff because some pilled-up asshole decided to just slam into you and knock you off.
Just one afternoon.
It can happen.
Have you seen the...